Hey, what's up everyone? Wolfman here, and welcome to another episode of MOC Monday Reviews. Now, I'm going to first off apologize for not doing one last Monday, the last Monday of August. I really wasn't feeling well, so I was unable to do last Monday's reviews. And if anyone who is new to the channel, I do these videos every other Monday, which I have been doing for I think the past 2 months now. But now I can get back into the swing of things, and today I am going to be doing a review on another starfighter class of mine, the Rush class starfighter. And before I do get into the review, I've got plans for a few more mocks. I got at least another 3 more custom starfighters, but I also have a special one that's basically based off of an existing design from Star Wars. I'm not gonna say what it is, but that's gonna pretty much cap the end of doing starfighters, and after that I will be doing, I believe, 2 to 3 mock videos on automobiles. Some of the designs I'm actually quite proud of, but after that I think there'll be one more, which would be my personal yacht, which I had built earlier this year? I believe it was earlier this year. But yeah, just 3 more starfighters, a special starship, at least 2 to 3 car videos, and just one yacht, which as far as designs, it's rather out there, but so that's something to look forward to. So without any further ado, onto the review. So this is my Rush class starfighter, and it's not that big as one would almost expect it to be, but for a fighter, I mean, this is rather simple as it is, and I actually like the design. And I basically classify this as a heavy interceptor. Of course, when you hear the name interceptor, you would think a small, nimble starfighter, but this sucker is small, roughly nimble, but the fact that it's a heavy interceptor, and one of the big reasons are the 4 studded flick missiles that I have placed on this fighter. It did have a nose-mounted guns here on the tip, but it just made it look weird, so I actually purposely removed it. And it actually does have room for bond deployments from the sides. I can put 2 of them on here, as you can see on both sides, but at the moment I do not have anything. I don't have anything. In fact, I never put any kind of missile mechanism on here, so it's just there for mainly for looks. And of course, the big part of the reason why it's a heavy interceptor is by the size of the engines, which I actually kind of like. I actually wanted to use this kind of piece on a starfighter for quite some time, and I was able to do it for this one. And I actually had another one of these guys, but I had taken it apart because I just wanted one model to represent. And of course, you can actually fit a pilot in there. Unfortunately, I don't have one in there, but there's actually enough space to put 2 of them in there, realistically, but for functions, it's not really ideal. However, it can still be done. I can wedge in too many figures. You can probably put in a small droid or whatever, but yeah, and actually, as far as the color, I decided to go for a mix of gray. I know I don't talk about any other aesthetics on any of my fighters, but I want to make it look kind of militaristic and just kind of standard, basically. I mean, there is no real anything really colorful. It's just 2 shades, or just a dark gray, light gray, and black mixed in. Of course, the only colorful parts are the thrusters in the back, which are red. And of course, if this thing were on an actual starfighter, these suck. Excuse me. One of these engines actually in the back would serve as a hyperdrive boost, and you would think it'd be these 2 suckers, but it's actually this one. But as ridiculous as it may be for me to have just this small thruster in the back, it kind of adds on more to the look. And it does represent as another thruster for this. I mean, otherwise it would have been a flat piece of slab there and would have been rather boring in my opinion, so that's why I actually put it there. Now, I had ideas for actually wanting to do another design based on this sucker, but I just didn't have enough. I just couldn't think of an accurate design to go along with it that wouldn't be mimicking some of my other starfighters. But I think it's a well together put. I think it's a well designed ship. I would do a few changes. The one thing that actually does kind of bother me is in between these two areas here, there's a gap, which actually does kind of bother me a little bit. I would rather see it flush. I think if yeah, so those are the pieces that I use, and they don't exactly make things, like I said, flush against it. But it still works nonetheless. I still like the fighter. I almost want to do some more designs for the tops here, because even on these panels here, it's flat, it's basic, it's boring. So I would almost want to do something more, but I never really had the desire to do so. I just want to move on. I think I just want to move on to other fighters, but this, if anyone's thinking this is something that I just slapped together, that's far from the truth. I mean, it does have its flaws, but what other of my creations don't have any flaws, even though I don't really point them all out. But it's still a well put together Starfighter, I think, anyways. And granted, if I could, I would make a few more of the same similar classes or whatnot. But yeah, well put together Starfighter. So my Rush class Starfighter. So that was my review on my Rush class Starfighter, and this video is rather short. I mean, this was a fighter that I had built years ago. This was definitely sometime after my Crossguard Starfighter that I first built. And, well, you guys could pretty much agree, this was a very short video, but I wanted to do it anyways, just to keep up with the themed reviews that I'm doing, especially for this particular series. But if by chance you did like that, please feel free to leave a like and voice your opinion. I would like to hear some feedback from anyone, and I mean anyone. You like it, you don't like it, you're valid with your own opinion, which I will not criticize. I mean, I've criticized it myself. But if you are new, again, like this video. If you want to see more reviews on my MOCs or even other Star Wars sets in the future, come join the Wolfpack by hitting the red subscribe button down below for more stuff, for as long as it's gonna go. And all that's left for me to remind you that Jesus loves you more than Elmo and Barney, and I'll see you guys next time.